Hi everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. This is my eBay haul for Memorial Day weekend, which was Friday the 24th through Monday the 27th. I didn't think I would find a lot, but I actually do have a lot to show you guys. So this might be a long video because I got a story. Wow, it's a doozy. So I want to share that with you guys first, and for all of you who do not want to hear the stories, I will put in the title where you can skip to so you can go right to the haul. I know that some of you really like to hear my stories and some of you don't. That's why I tell you for those who don't, skip ahead. If you don't want to skip ahead, then I guess go watch someone else's channel. Guess it's that simple. But I do have a story. I know this video is out of order, but I just wanted to share this with you because it was just so bizarre. And I'm going to be as tactful about it as I can. I'm not going to get raunchy, but it's an interesting story. Anyway, what happened was on Friday, there's this one neighborhood about 20 minutes away. They have a yard sale every year. This one house started it, and on Memorial Day weekend, about 5 or 6 other houses participate. And that was really kind of the only thing going on Friday, so I decided, well, I'm going to shoot over there, just run up and down that street, and that's it. So that was my plan. So I went to that street and went to a couple houses. And at one of the houses, they were selling all these knickknacks and little cute things, and on one of the tables, right next to all the little knickknacks and a few crystal ashtrays, was a pile of old used bras. I was like, ew. I mean, you could tell they were used. The bands were all stretched out. I mean, you ladies know what I'm talking about. They're used. So I just kind of, tried to forget that they were there and went along my merry way and did find a few other things. So then I ended up going to the house that started this whole yearly Memorial Day sale. And they have a really nice setup. They have a tent on one side of their driveway that they have set up, and then they've got stuff all over their porch and tables that line their entire garage, sides and back, and then they have tables also coming up the center. And then on the right hand side, about halfway down, they always have a little section that's kind of their vintage section. And in that section they have all their vintagey little knickknacks and tchotchkes and stuff like that. And they also have this very plain brown wooden shelf, 3 shelves on it. And that's where they put all the real tiny things, like their, I think this year it was Mr. and Mrs. Claus salt and pepper shakers, and a little boy and girl salt and pepper shaker, and, little animal figurines, like little mice and bunnies and stuff like that. And there might have been a teacup and a saucer. So I go in there like I do every year, and I'm walking around and I'm looking, and, some of it is junk, but you can find a few decent things there. So I'm going down the aisle, and I get about halfway down on the right hand side, and I know that little shelf is there. And even though I usually don't buy any of those little vintage things, because most of them aren't really worth too much resale value, I do always like looking at it because they're all really cute. So this year I lift my head and I'm looking at the shelf, and I'm like, oh, there's so cute, little salt peppers, little animals, isn't that cute? And then I look all the way to the right hand side of the middle shelf, and there, standing up proudly next to all the little cute tchotchkes, is, should I put this tactfully, a large rubber, non-motorized marital device, or marital aid, let's call it that. It starts with the letter D. I think you guys can figure it out. It was not, on top of it being there, it was not wrapped in any packaging, so I'm assuming as they say on eBay, it was pre-owned, which makes it all the more disturbing. So I look up and I see it, and I look down right away, and I'm thinking to myself, I did not just see that. Like, I must have had like a mini stroke or something. That can't be what I thought it was. So, like, okay, I'm gonna look again. Look again. There it is, right next to like Santa and Mrs. Claus and, you know, cute little animals. Like, oh my God. I cannot even believe they're selling this. So now I'm trying to like compose myself, because in all the years I've gone to sales, guys, I have never seen that. So I've seen some weird stuff. And I'll tell you about another weird thing in a minute, but that was truly like, wow. So I keep walking, I get my stuff together, and I go back to the lady under her little tent to pay her, and I think she actually even overcharged me a little, but I was so like discombobulated by what was on the wooden shelf that I didn't even like question her. So paid for my stuff, drive down the street a couple miles because there's a Goodwill down the street from there, and before I went in, I of course had to call my husband. So I call my husband and I go, you are not even going to believe what I saw today at sales. He's like, why? What did you see? I go, well, at one house they had a big pile of used bras. He's like, ew, why? I go, I don't know. I go, but it gets worse. He goes, oh no. He goes, not thongs. I said, no, not thongs. And the reason he said that was because one year when we were down in Florida visiting his mom, you know, his mom and I always go thrifting, and this one particular time he came with us, and there's some very nice thrift stores down there, and there's some questionable ones, and we ended up in a questionable one. And on this big wire rack, like shelving unit, this guy had all these cardboard boxes, like 2 on each shelf, and he had written in Sharpie marker across each one what was in them. And it said like bras, panties, boxers, and there was one particular box that said thongs. And my husband was just like completely mortified because, oh my God. And I said, look, the box is full. He goes, well, I would hope that no one would buy those. He goes, I'm hoping that's why the box is full. I go, yeah, but, you know, at the same time, people donated those or the box wouldn't be full. He's like, oh. So that's where the thong reference came from. So I told him, no, it was not a thong. And I told him what I found. And so he was quiet for about 5 seconds. He goes, I have so many questions right now. I go, why? What are your questions? He goes, well, my first question, of course, is why? He's like, just why? Why are you reselling something like that? And he's like, you know, is it obsolete now? Do you not need it anymore? He's like, he goes, I don't know. He goes, was it out of style? I go, out of style? He goes, yeah, was it out of style? I go, I don't think so. He goes, well, was it like trendy looking? I go, no, it wasn't trendy looking. He's like, well, I just can't understand why someone would get rid of it. And I said, well, maybe they upgraded. I said, maybe they upgraded. They got a motorized version. He's like, oh, yeah, well, maybe that's it. And he's like, I know. He goes, this is what we should do. He goes, how long does the sale go till? I said, goes till through Monday. He goes, Monday afternoon. He goes, we should drive over there. And he goes, and we should walk in there and check that shelf and see if it's still there. And he goes, and if it's not, he goes, then somebody bought it. Like, oh my God. I did, in fact, go down that street on Monday because I was, again, going to the Goodwill to see if they had any specials on Memorial Day, which they did not. They just simply had their, you know, color of the week. They don't even have color of the day anymore. But I just did not have the courage to stop there and walk in their garage and look at that shelf again. I just didn't. So I don't know. if anyone eventually bought it. But then I did on Craigslist find their ad, and I looked at all the pictures, including that little shelf, and that was not there in their pictures. So I don't know if they actually put it there, or if maybe somebody was playing a joke on them and somebody else put it there, or if they were serious. Some of the other weird things they sell there, I wouldn't put it past them, that they were serious. But that one really threw me for a loop. Okay, so it has been 10 minutes, so I gotta get on with this haul. But I wanted to ask you guys, and I'll probably say it again at the end of the video, since we're on this subject, what is the weirdest, craziest, / most disturbing thing you have ever seen at a yard sale? Not necessarily purchased, but just seen it. For me, that was pretty much top of the list. However, there was one other thing way before I started on eBay that was even weirder to me. My mom and I went out. We weren't far from here, actually. I think it was like just around the corner. And this lady had a whole bunch of stuff out on a table. And I saw this old glass bottle, kind of like the light amber colored like medicine bottles. And it had an old label on it. And I'm like, oh, what's that? Because I like old medicine bottles and stuff like that. Well, I get closer and I see like there's these cylindrical looking things in there. But they looked kind of shiny and like wet. And I'm like, what the heck is in there? And I got close enough to read the label. And it was a really, really old, half-full bottle of suppositories. Like, ew! And I showed it to my mother, and my mother was completely grossed out. And I don't think we bought anything there. But, like, who wants that? I mean, really? Ugh. Okay. So, enough with the story. I know I went on for a long time. I'm sorry, guys. But, I'm going to show you what I got. This is what I got at the Disturbing House. I think I spent $13.50 there. For $1, I got this. This is a Spode pierced candle holder. I can put my glasses on so I can see if this thing focuses. There we go. Cost $1. I can't find any that are exactly like this one. So I'm going to say maybe 15 to 20 plus shipping. Then I got some ornaments, which I think were supposed to be 50 cents. And I think she ended up charging me like $1, 75 cents or $1 for each of them. I picked up this one just because it was strange. There are no other ones exactly like this one on eBay. There are some of these birdhouse ornaments, but none like this. This has like a little reindeer and stuff. And there is a name on it. And you guys probably are not going to be able to see this because I can hardly read it. But it's Helena Rozo, R-O-Z-O. Maybe like 10 out of that, I think. Then I just got this little bird's nest ornament because I thought it was cute. There's no mark on it or anything, but just this pretty little embossed nest with all these little kind of iridescent pearlized eggs in there. Maybe only 10 with free shipping on that. Then I thought I got another ornament from there. Maybe not. I got this little metal owl figurine, which again I think was supposed to be 50 cents, but I think she charged me $1. I don't know if I don't think it belonged on anything, but it's not marked. But it's cute, and owls are pretty popular. So again, maybe like 10 plus shipping on that. And then I gotta get my book, guys, because I'm gonna forget stuff. I did get this figurine. I've sold these before. These are called these are Wolf Originals figurines from Canada, and they're made of soapstone, I believe, if I remember correctly. But this is an Inuit woman with her dogs. I'm assuming dogs. They look like dogs. And I don't think I saw one exactly like this, but maybe 15 to 20 plus shipping on her. I think she cost me $3. And then, oh, here's the other ornament, although I have to fix this ribbon on them. But this is a Lennox Nutcracker cookie mold, which could also double as an ornament. I have to clean it up back here a little bit. But maybe 10 to 15 plus shipping on him. Then continuing with the ornament theme, I got this Waltz 100 Sorcerer's Apprentice ornament set. These are all pewter. Oh, I didn't even realize one was missing. Oh, great. So maybe only about 10 plus shipping on that. And what else? For $1, I got some of this Victoria's Secret Love Spell Shimmer Lotion. I think this goes for around 12 or 13 with free shipping. And then I got this 1 ounce bottle of Glow. This is from J.Lo. I don't know if it's perfume or... Yes, it is. I think this is like 20 to 30 plus shipping, I think. And the last thing I got there, and this was $3, I believe, was this Beatrix Potter My First Year baby book. And then it also has the rattle. I mean, the lid has been taken off, but other than that, it's brand new in the box. I saw another one sell recently for $25 plus free shipping. So, that was everything there. And as I said, I was happy to leave there. Although it haunted me all weekend long. But then across the street, there was a lady. Her prices are real good, but she didn't really have too much that I was interested in. But I did pick up this piece just because I personally fell in love with it. But I probably will resell it. It's this like bubble glass bowl that has this turtle on it with the metal accents and then the blue shell, and I just thought it was really unique. There's no mark on it. Maybe 10 to 15 plus shipping. So that was it from there. And then from the used bra house, I got a few things from them. I think I spent $3.50. For $1, I got this totem. It is not made of wood. I think this is made of resin. And this is a reproduction of a, what is it called? The little paper is here, thank goodness. Reproduction of a Haida totem. I think that's how you say that. It's from Alaska. And I sold a totem like this before, but it was black. I think it was also made of soapstone or something like that. But this one was just really colorful, so that's why I bought it. So I'm going to put him up at auction, probably start him at like 20 and see where it goes. So, and since I'm probably going to be mixing up old and new videos, you guys, so in the old ones you are going to see sold prices. In these newer ones, you're not, and I apologize for that, but I'm probably just going to have to start doing sales update videos again, because I hate that I'm so far behind, and you guys see something, and it's so old, and I would rather be a little bit more current. The other thing I got there was this little woven lattice dish. This is from Spain. This says España on the back here, so... maybe like 10 plus shipping on that. 8 to 10. Then I got 2 of these Snoopy patches. This one's still in the package. It says Determined Peanuts patch. It's bowling themed. This one's football. I'm probably going to put these up together. Maybe get like 10 plus shipping. And then the other thing I got from there, and I need you guys to help me out with this, because I know it's a locket, but it's really big. So this is why I'm asking. It is this really pretty, like, copper colored locket. And then you open it up. It has a chain here, And then you open it up and it has these two frames, and these are the original frames that came with it, because you can see that there's, you know, advertising over the pictures. It says what? Lift frame to place photo. And these are actually magnetic frames that just kind of snap right back in there, which I thought was cool. And then of course it's got the little faux jewels on it, but there's no mark on it. Obviously I'm gonna date it from, like, you know, around World War II, but if anybody has any idea what to call this other than a locket, then please let me know. And I have no idea what I'm going to make on that, because I haven't found anything really that similar. So that one's a crapshoot. I don't really know, but it will definitely be going up for auction. All right, so that was it for my garage sales that day. Thank goodness, because I think that's all my, you know, heart could take. But I did end up going to the Goodwill, and I found two things there. I think I paid $3 for this Skyline mug. This is the London Eye. It says it in here. You guys can see that. And then on the bottom, it says the Funky Mug from 2018. And there are similar Starbucks mugs like this that have the Skyline, and they're raised out from the background, but they're a lot less colorful. And even though they're probably worth more, I just thought this one was cool. So I can't find any other ones like this. So obviously I'm going to probably put it up for auction at $20 with free shipping and see if I get more than one bite on it. But if not, I'll just roll it over into the store for $20 and we'll see what happens. Then the other thing I got there, oh, I forgot to bring my tree up to show you guys, but I'll tell you about it. And if I remember, I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it in the video. I walked into Goodwill, and standing right in front of me as I walked in, it was like I think it's around like a 30-inch tall black feather tree. You know, those big cone-shaped trees that just have all the feathers down them, and they were all black. And I was like, oh my God, I could decorate that for Halloween. So it was only $2.99. I had to have it. So that was my big splurge of the weekend. So I can't wait to pull out, you know, little pieces of Halloween themed stuff out of my craft stash and just decorate the heck out of that thing. Although I don't want to put hot glue all over it, so I'll have to figure out a way to attach things. But then for $5, I picked up this. Initially it was very dirty. It was a mess. I cleaned it up, but it has all these really pretty embossed flowers. Turned it over and was surprised that it says Bennington on the back, from Bennington Potters in Vermont. And it also says this 1561 is the model number. And I thought DG was on here someplace, maybe not. That's for David Gill, the guy who worked or owned, I think, Bennington for a number of years. But this is described as a trivet because it's got the little feet on it. Can be also used as a wall plaque, so I will be putting all those words in the description. There are a few on eBay. I think there's only one that's as colorful as mine, but they did not put like, flowers or floral anything in their title. They just put like Bennington Potters. Okay, had to start again. They just put Bennington Potters Trivet. I'm like, what? I don't understand these people with their keywords. I really don't, in their titles, but. So anyway, I'm hoping to get probably at least $25 plus shipping for that. So that is it for Friday. And then on Saturday, I realized that there was a sale about 10 minutes away from me by my daughter's school that had also been going on Friday that I completely missed. So I ran over there, and then I ran to another one across town that was supposed to be this big moving sale, which turned out to be not much of anything. I still found stuff there, but it wasn't nearly as big as advertised. But at the sale over by my daughter's school, I ended up paying, I think, $4.50, and I found some really good stuff there. And they were on a farm, so they had sheep, and they had, their daughter was riding her horse, and then they had bunnies for sale. Ugh, I could have stayed there all day. But I think these were 25 cents a piece. I got this little whale. This, come on, you can do it. This little like clay whale. Just because he looked very kind of 70s. So maybe like, you know, 10 bucks with free shipping on him. And then I saw this little guy in a little plastic bag, and it said 25 cents. And as soon as I looked at it, you know, I turned it over, there were no marks, and I saw that he had this like paper remnant on his feet, and I saw him and I go, oh, I bet that's a Hagen-Renneker little figure 8. And I got home and I researched him, and yes, he is indeed a Hagen-Renneker figurine. So that shows you how sad it is that I can look at things and, you know, not sad. I guess it's kind of cool now that I can just look at things and know what they are, even though some of them aren't marked. You know, back in the day, I wouldn't have had a clue what this was. So I picked him up for $25, and I can probably sell him for 10, maybe plus shipping. Not really sure yet, because he's not on his little Hagen-Renneker little card. They have those little square cards that they're on. He's not on that, but still, dinosaurs are popular, so I know he'll sell. Then I got some plates and cups and saucers, and I'll tell you why I bought them. This one was $1. I bought it because on the back it says Paragon, and this is from their Chelsea pattern, which says it right here. Unfortunately, didn't have a cup. Maybe get, I don't know, 8 to 10 plus shipping maybe on this, because it doesn't have a cup with it. But I bought it because it said Paragon, and Paragon is a really good name. So keep your eye out for that, because I know I've sold Paragon plates in the past and made a really good profit, and I know the cups and saucers, some of them can really, really do well. So, you know, make sure you turn things over, even if they look like a regular cup and saucer, because the majority of them aren't worth too much. And then I got another one of these. I had 2 of these Faberge Egg Plates back in the fall. I sold them both together, I think for 25 plus shipping. I wish I had held on to them until I got this one, because there's actually 4 in the set, so this would have made the 3rd one. But I didn't. I sold them. But this I should be able to get 10 plus shipping on this one. This one says Email de Limoges on the back. And they're pretty popular, especially if you can get the whole set together. And then my best buy there, continuing on the cup and saucer theme, I have 2 sets of these cups and saucers. And I saw them and I'm like, oh, they're really pretty. And I turned them over and I went, oh, they're even prettier, because they say Gien on the bottom. I was like, oh! I have sold Gien cups and saucers before and done very well. This particular pattern is called, here it is, it's called Alice. And another set of these just sold recently together, 2 sets together for $72 plus shipping. So that's what they're worth, you know, 35 a piece or around 70 together. So not too shabby for a total of $2 spent. Alright, so I'm going to try and hurry up, guys, I promise. Oh, I forgot something from Friday. I'll show you that in a minute. So then I went to the big giant moving sale, which was not big or giant, and spent about 14 bucks there. But I got this. This is a Mary Engelbreit bell pull. It says Mother on it. There aren't any other ones that say Mother, even though it's not Mother's Day. That's okay. Still got the $10 price tag. Paid $1. Probably 10 to 15 plus shipping on that. Then I paid a little too much for this, but the lady wasn't going to budge because, it was her grandmother's and she, grown up with it. I don't even know why she was getting rid of it. But this is a Goble Owl Figurine. And he's big and puffy, and I didn't know what to call him except, Chubby Owl. And so I used Google Lens on him. I don't know how many of you guys know about that, but I just found out about it a little while ago from a Facebook group that I just joined that I will also tell you about in a few minutes. But I did a Google Lens search with him. You basically, this app, you point your camera at it and it scans it, and then it tells you, you know, what it is. It doesn't work with everything, but it's just another tool in your toolbox to try and identify things. But when I used Google Lens on him, they said he was an Eastern Screech Owl. So I'm going to put that in the title. And hopefully I can get maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15 plus shipping. I'm not going to make too much on him. Then I got this figurine for $1 because it's from Lord of the Rings. It says, what does it say? Lord of the Rings, the Argonath, or something like that. I didn't watch Lord of the Rings. Although I probably should have, because I'm into all that stuff, but I never did. So I think he's actually supposed to be a bookend, and he's supposed to have a mate, but he doesn't. So since he doesn't, maybe only 10 to 15 plus shipping on him. Then I got this figurine. He is from a series called The Oldest Angel from David Frickman. I've sold a David Frickman piece before. Actually, I sold it back to David Frickman, the artist, which was really cool. But I can't find any of the angels with the banjos, so I'm hoping that's a good thing, especially because his thumb is broken off. And I knew his thumb was broken off. But I can color that with alcohol ink, take a picture of it, and even though, like, once you color it, I don't even think you're really going to notice too much that his thumb is broken off in the grand scheme of things. So I'm hoping to make, I don't know, at least 15 on him plus shipping. We'll see. Then I got 2 things of MAC makeup. They had it in a MAC box. I guess they mail ordered it from, ordered it by mail from somewhere. And brand spanking new. This is some foundation. This is some blush. Paid $3 a piece. I think they're each worth at least 20, maybe a little more plus shipping. And then I found this really pretty card. Oops. And it's not old. It's a repro, but I just loved it. And it's, obviously, it's embossed. It's all raised here, and it says, "A gift for you." And it is signed on the back, but that's not a big deal. So, hopefully maybe 8 to 10 plus shipping on that. And then, on the way home, there was actually one not far from my house. I guess they're moving. They hadn't advertised it, but I saw the sign while I was driving home, and I stopped there and spent $4. I got 3 of these Kinder Music CDs, Away We Go, Milk and Cookies, Fiddler Dee Dee? Or no, Fiddle Dee Dee. There's 2 in each pack. They're in really good shape. Put them all together, probably 15 to 20 plus shipping on those. And then I got this beautiful tile, Southwestern themed. The name up here, you can see it better back here. It says, I don't know how to say that. Taisadre? I don't know. But anyway, it can be used as a coaster, trivet, wall plaque, whatever you want. Maybe 10 to 20 plus shipping on that. So that was Saturday. Then Monday I went out to the thrift stores. Didn't find anything at the one thrift store that was 50% off everything. It's not a Goodwill, it's just a thrift store. Whole store 50% off, didn't find one flippin' thing. But I did hit 2 Goodwills and found some stuff there. And got all this for 50% off because the color of the week was purple. I had seen these on Friday when I went, and I was like, oh, if that was half off, I'd buy it. Well, on Monday it was half off. These, of course, are winter greetings items from, is it Carol McClurg, I think her name is. These are Lennox. This one is still brand new with the tags. This, I think, is worth 20 plus shipping. And so is this, I think. I paid $7, so $3.50 a piece. $7 for the set. And this is one of the dinner plates. These are dated 1995. I think this may have been the first year they came out. There is a ton of winter greeting stuff out there. Some of it is worth a lot, some of it's worth nothing. So it's always good to look that stuff up on your phone before you go spending money on it, so that you don't waste your time. Then the other thing I got there, this was originally $20. I had seen this again at the thrift store when I was there previously. And since it was now marked down to $10, I picked it up. But it's this really cute children's set. The bowl, the plate, and the mug. This is from Lynn Chase. I've sold her stuff before. It's not worth as much as some of the other stuff of hers that I've purchased, but I can still probably get, I would say $35 to $40 on the set, plus shipping. So that was that one. And then I went to the other Goodwill and found all these things. And I promise you guys, after this and one more thing, I'm done. Okay, I got this just because he was goofy looking and I thought he was hysterical and had to have him. And he says magenta, so I don't know if he's Rae Dunn or not, because some of the earlier Rae Dunn things do not have her name on them. So I gotta do a little research and find out. But it kind of looks like her. It might be her style, I don't know. It's very dirty inside. I still have to clean this up. But magic erasers are your friend. So I'll probably put him up for $20 with free shipping. Then got this guy for, I paid $1 for that mug, by the way. This one I think I paid $1.50 for this one. Whoops, it'd be good if you were on the right page, doofus. Okay, let's see. No, I paid $2 for this, really? It's got these lotus flowers, has an infuser, and I bought it because, and it's going to be really hard to see because it's really, really tiny, but right here in English it says Tenren Tea, T-E-N-R-E-N, and this is a 20th anniversary mug. That's why I got it. So might only get like $20 with free shipping on it. Then I got this guy, again, really cute little French Bulldog mug. He's all ready for Christmas. He's on both sides. Is that a chip? Oh no, it's not. Thought it was a chip. No mark on the bottom. This was really disgusting inside, and it came nice and clean, so I was happy about that. But probably $20 with free shipping on him. And then I found this one. This one was on the big wire rack that they wheel around when they're putting stuff out. It didn't have a price tag on it, but it looked like a Dutch wax mug to me. I showed that in one of my previous recent videos. It has the floral pattern and the little raised dots like this one does. And I'm like, oh, that's Dutch wax. And I turned it over. I'm like, no, it's not. That's Anthropology. So asked for a price. He told me it was $3. I gladly paid $3 because this is called an Ayaka mug. I think that's how you say it. It's A-Y-A-K-A. And these are selling very consistently on eBay for about $25 a piece plus shipping. So keep your eye out for those. Oh, it has cute little flowers right here. And the handle's all crisscrossed. It's really cute. And then, finally from the thrift store, I could not let this plate stay there. It was just too pretty. It has all these gold accents and the butterflies and everything. And it says MMA-PEM on the back. I'm assuming MMA is for Metropolitan Museum of Art. One of these sold recently for, I think, $25 plus shipping. So, hoping to get at least that much for it. So, last but not least, I'm going to try and pull this out of the box so you guys can actually see it. It's probably not going to cooperate with me. No, it's not. Okay, I'm just going to have to show you the box. You'll get the idea. Okay, for $2, I gotta lift my camera up. I got this guy. It's called Flip Tops. It's from Department 56. And he has a weighted bottom. It's an acrylic bowl. And the top of the snowman flips back and forth so everything in the bowl stays covered. He's really cute. They made him in a lot of different styles. And he is worth about, I think, at least like $35 plus shipping. So that's it, guys. Like I said, very eventful weekend. I have 2 more things to say, and then I promise I will leave you alone. One is, I want to ask you guys, if you've stayed with me through this whole thing, again, comment down below, what is the weirdest, grossest, strangest, most disturbing thing you found at a yard sale? Whether you bought it or not, please let me know. If you have pictures, that would be even better. But I love to read your comments, so I figure I'm going to start asking questions, you know, so you guys can comment below and I can have fun reading, you know, what you guys have to say. The other thing is, there's a Facebook group that's great if you guys love vintage. They're all so nice. Nobody is like mean and trollish or anything like that. We all help each other out. It's called Old Things Identification. I'll try and put the link down below. And it's run by a crazy lamp lady on YouTube who also has really great videos. And like I said, everybody's there is really nice. They have awesome pictures of the things that they found, and you can really learn a lot just from all the pictures that people post and the comments, because they'll ask what things are and everyone posts, and if they know, they'll tell them. And so I've already learned a ton from being on this group for a couple weeks. So I highly recommend it. And that's it. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all had a great holiday weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.